Hola a todos y bienvenidos a nuestro canal de YouTube. Hi everyone and welcome to our YouTube channel. So in this video of ours, we will not be learning any academic thing. The only thing we will be learning is some interesting facts about the Spanish speaking countries. The purpose of making this video is only to increase your knowledge about the language that you're learning, which is Spanish. Okay, and we'll be learning some great things about the Spanish speaking countries and about Spanish. Not only will we learn, we will also do some exercises, some practice worksheets, and try to get those facts inside our head in a more interesting way. Okay, so without any delay, let's begin the video. Also, if you want to have any private Spanish classes, you can DM us on the number that is mentioned on the screen and in the description box as well. Also, for the extra study material or practice exercises, you can DM us on the same WhatsApp number. Alright, let's go. Spanish. Spanish is the second most spoken language in the world and over 400 million people speak Spanish. 21 countries have Spanish as an official language. The language has its Latin origins, hence it is spoken in all over Latin America. Now what are the countries that speak Spanish? Those are Mexico, Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, Cuba, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, Republic Dominicana, Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, Brazil, Peru, Bolivia, Paraguay, Argentina, Uruguay, Chile, Spain, and Equatorial Guinea. These are the countries that speak Spanish. Now we will learn some facts about countries ranking on the basis of highest to lowest Spanish speaking population. Number 1. Mexico. Capital Mexico City, population 113 million native Spanish speakers, currency Mexican peso. Fun fact, Mexico is sinking by around 10 inches every year. Colombia, currency Bogota, population 47 million native Spanish speakers, currency Colombian peso. Fun fact, Colombia produces more than 90% of world's emeralds. Spain, capital Madrid, population 40 million native Spanish speakers, currency Euro. Fun fact, in Spain morning lasts until 2 p.m. Argentina, capital Buenos Aires, population 40 million Spanish native speakers, currency Argentinian peso. Fun fact, Argentina's official national sport is El Pato. Venezuela, capital Caracas, population 30 million native Spanish speakers, currency Venezuelan Bolivar. Fun fact, Angel Falls in Venezuela is one of the largest waterfalls in the world. Peru, capital Lima, population 26 million native Spanish speakers, currency Peruvian sol. Fun fact, Peru is the origin of the Inca civilization and is home to the new 7 wonders of the world, Machu Picchu. Chile, capital Santiago de Chile, population 18 million native Spanish speakers, currency Chilean peso. Fun fact, Chile is a world-class wine destination and the 9th producer of wine. Ecuador, capital Quito, population 14 million native Spanish speakers, currency United States dollar. And fun fact, the closest country to space is Ecuador. Cuba, capital Havana, population 11 million native Spanish speakers, currency Cuban peso. Fun fact, Cuba's biggest exports are tobacco, sugar and nickel. Guatemala, capital Guatemala City, population 10 million native Spanish speakers, currency Guatemalan quetzal. Fun fact, Guatemala has very active volcanoes. Dominican Republic, capital Santo Domingo, population 9 million native Spanish speakers, currency Dominican peso. Fun fact, it is also known as birdwatcher's paradise. Honduras, capital Tegucigalpa, population 8 million native Spanish speakers, currency Honduran lempira. Fun fact, there is a huge collection of Mayan ruins in Honduras. Bolivia, capital Sucre, population 6 million native Spanish speakers, currency Bolivian Boliviano. Fun fact, Bolivia was the first country to get rid of McDonald's. El Salvador, capital San Salvador, population 6 million, currency US dollar, and fun fact, El Salvador is the smallest and most densely populated country in Central America. Now, to have some more knowledge about the Spanish speaking countries, their culture and everything, we will do some exercises. As you can see in this very first exercise, we have in Spanish a type of feature or a type of form, okay, and you have the options below. So on the basis of this question, you have to fill in the boxes using these options. I'll just tell you what are the questions. Number one, in the first blank you have to fill capital, okay. Number 2, lenguas oficiales, that is official languages. Clima, climate. Moneda, currency. Un producto importante, an important product. Población, population. Un plato típico, a typical dish. Lugares de interés turísticos, that is some famous tourist destinations. On the basis of these, you have to use these options and fill in the correct ones. Once you've done it, your answers will be displayed in 3, 2 y 1. Okay, so here are your answers. Now let's move on to another exercise of ours. Now here are some facts that are listed, and on the basis of these facts, you have to read whatever there is written here, like capital, language, official, moneda, población. This is the information that we have about a particular country. You have to read this information and guess what country is specified in this text, okay. So once you've guessed your answers, you can check your answers in 3, 2 y 1. Okay, so these are the facts about these countries. You can read these facts and have a basic knowledge about all these countries. Now, for the third exercise, we have an MCQ type of thing. Okay, so what you have to do is you just have to read the questions, and you have below 3 options. From those options, you have to fill in the correct one. Again, once you've done the exercise, you can check your answers in 3, 2 y 1. Okay, so these are the answers to the questions that are written. Let's go one by one and revise them all. ¿Cuál es la capital de México? It's Mexico, DF. ¿Cuántos habitantes tiene el país? It's 112 millones. ¿Cuántas lenguas oficiales hay? How many official languages are there? Una, español. ¿Vale? ¿Hay selvas y desiertos? Are there forest and desert? Yes, there are forest and desert. So sí, hay selvas y desiertos. ¿Dónde está Oaxaca? Where is Oaxaca? It's in the south region, so en el sur. ¿Cuál es la moneda? What is the currency? El peso. ¿Qué es una ranchera? What is a ranchera? Una música típica. A typical music in Mexico is known by ranchera. ¿Cómo es el clima en la costa atlántica? How is the climate in Atlantic coast? So it is tropical and rainy. So tropical y lluvioso. ¿Qué es el tequila? Now this I think everyone knows in every country and in every region that what is tequila. So una bebida. Alright. So these are your answers. Moving on to another exercise. Here you can read that there is a person by the name of Lola who likes to visit the countries, and right now she is visiting all the Latin American countries, and in her blog she has written something about some of her experience about the country that she has visited recently. So you have to read this information and guess what is the country that she is talking about in her blog. It can be Guatemala, Argentina or Cuba. So you have to basically identify or try to actually identify that which country is she talking about. Okay, so once you've done it, your answer will be displayed in 3, 2 y 1. Right, so she was talking about Guatemala. Now what are the key points that you can figure out when you read such blogs or paragraphs, by which you can actually identify that what I have to find? First of all, you have to look for the things that will give you a hint about how to answer this question. So those are, as you can see, it's written hay unas playas de arena negra. So it can be a point that you can think that where are black sand beaches found in Latin America, right? Then what is the second key point? El tamal es el plato más típico. So El tamal is the famous dish or the typical dish of that country. Then mañana vamos a Tikal. Now you have to think where is Tikal, in which country it is situated, right? And then in the last paragraph it is written, hay 5 templos antiguos y también hay palacios, plazas. Edu y yo queremos visitar una ciudad que se llama Chichicastenango. Chichicastenango, see? So these are the key points that you can mark while reading a paragraph, and on the basis of those it will be really easy for you to identify which country are we talking about, and this is how you have to do such questions. Okay, now let's move on to another exercise. So as you can read in the question, en este mapa hay 4 cosas que no corresponden a España. ¿Cuáles son? Okay, so as you can see in this figure, there are many dibujos or there are many drawings. Okay, so from these you have to figure out 4 things that does not belong to Spain. Okay, so after you've done this exercise, your answers will be displayed in 3, 2 y 1. So what are those 4 things? El Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal, as we all know, it's in India. Then La Torre de Pisa. La Torre de Pisa, see, where is it? It's in Italy, so it doesn't belong to Spain. Petroleo. Now Spain does not have its own petrol, okay, so therefore petroleo. And then camellos. There are no camels in Spain, so these are the 4 things. Okay, moving on, let's have some knowledge about the country Argentina. Okay, now here you can see there are some questions and you have to fill in true and false, okay, if these facts are true about Argentina or not. Okay, so once you've done it, your answers will be displayed in 3, 2 y 1. Okay, let's go one by one. Tiene más de 75 millones de habitantes. It's false because Argentina does not have more than 75 millones de habitantes. En el oeste están los Andes. Los Andes, okay, are they situated in the west side? Then it's true. Okay, el clima es tropical en todo el país. No, because the climate is subtropical in todo el país, so it's false. Hay 2 equipos de fútbol muy famosos, Boca Juniors y River Plate, so it's correct, hence verdadero. El bife a caballo es un plato típico. Then yes, bife a caballo is a typical dish of Argentina, so verdadero. Hay 2 lenguas oficiales, el inglés y el español. Falso, because only el español es el oficial lengua de Argentina. Okay, now en el sur de Argentina hay muchos lagos. In the south region are there many lakes? Then it's true because there are. Now el mate es una bebida típica. Yes, el mate is a typical drink of Argentina. Alright, now moving on to our next exercise. Here in the same way, in the MCQ type, you have 2 questions. ¿Cuál es el capital de Uruguay? And ¿qué país tiene más población? Okay, so you have to just do these 2 questions. Once you've done it, your answers will be displayed in 3, 2 y 1. Okay, so basically, ¿cuál es el capital de Uruguay? It's Montevideo. And ¿qué país tiene más población? Which país has the most population among these? It's Mexico. Okay, now moving on to another exercise, and it is also the last one. In this, what you have to do is you have to see these images and guess what is the country these images are related to. And once you've done this exercise, I will also tell you why is that image related to that country. So you can just guess arbitrarily whatever you think, seeing these images, what country they might be related to. Okay, so once you've done it, your answers will be displayed in 3, 2 y 1. Okay, so let's go one by one. Okay, now in the first image we can see this tower like thing. Okay, so it's La Colonia Tovar. Es un pequeño pueblo que está cerca de Caracas en Venezuela. En este pueblo viven alemanes y descendientes de alemanes, por eso las casas tienen ese aspecto. Okay, so what does it mean? It means that La Colonia Tovar is a small town which is near to Caracas in the Venezuela. In this pueblo, in this town, who lives? Alemans. Okay, Alemans live, and the descendants of Alemans too. So that is why these houses have this kind of aspects. Okay. Now the second image, as we can see that it's really colorful and we can see the culture in it, no? So it is the image from Spain. En España hay varios carnavales muy populares. Los más conocidos son los de Tenerife, Gran Canaria y Cádiz. So it's of Spain, and there are many cultural activities and carnivals that happen there. So therefore this image is related to Spain. Okay. Tres. Now it is the image of baseball, right? So this is the image from Cuba. El béisbol es el deporte nacional de Cuba. Muchos cubanos aprenden a jugar a béisbol desde que son pequeños. So it's a national sport of Cuba, and many of the Cuban citizens learn to play this game when they are small only, like in their early age only. Okay. Now the fourth image is related to Argentina. Why? La Plata en Argentina es una ciudad completamente planificada con forma de cuadrícula construida a partir de 1882. So it means that it's a city which is totally planned, like they planned it before building it completely, and it is in the shape of a square. As you can see, there are quadros in it, right? So now let's move to another one. It is an image from Mexico. Okay, and the fact about it is El Santuario El Rosario en Michoacán, Mexico es una reserva natural de mariposas. It's a natural reserve of butterflies. Millones de mariposas pasan aquí los meses de noviembre a marzo. That is, millions of butterflies come here from November to March. Okay, so this is from Mexico. Now the last one, sixth image, is from Bolivia. Why? El Salar de Uyuni está en Bolivia y es el mayor desierto de sal del mundo. Tiene unos 12 kilómetros y unos 10 mil millones de toneladas de sal. It basically means that it's the largest salt desert, okay, of the world. It has basically 12 kilometers of salt, okay, 12 kilometers of salt desert basically. Okay, so these are the facts about these countries. Okay, so yeah, that was it for today's video. Thank you for watching the video, and I really hope that you like doing these exercises and by knowing all these interesting facts about these countries, and I hope now it will fascinate you more to learn this beautiful language, that is Spanish. Now see you in the next video. Adios amigos, ciao.